Steve Kerr gave an interview to the Bay Area News Group that came out today, where he said they want to shake some things up this season. Quote, "We've got to make sure we're enjoying the run. Maybe that's changing some things up." Chris, you cover the Warriors frequently. What changes do you think he's referring to when he talks about shaking things up?
Well, let's talk about first and foremost bringing in a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, somebody who hasn't had the best reputation as far as dealing with his teammates. You bring him in, he's going to automatically change the dynamic of that locker room, whether it's for good or bad. But he's definitely a talent. Then the other thing is this, look, we've seen last year Steve Kerr against the Phoenix Suns. He allowed the players to coach a game.
That's right.
I've never seen that before.
Maybe let him coach a whole week this year.
That's possibly. So that could be a change in there. And then also allowing some of the young guys to play a little bit more. And that team last year, if we see looking on the screen right there, they were bored. It was just a boredom type of season all year long. They couldn't wait to get to the finish line. I think he wants to put some more joy in that. And one way of doing that, mixing things up, putting a little bit of chaos in there, and, have some excitement early on.
When I read Kerr's quote, I was like, is he going to change music up in practice or something? Because if this team stays healthy, and Chris, you lived it, and I think you're absolutely right. The only thing that got to them last season was they kind of went, do we really need to play tonight? And then you get in the postseason and the light turns on. But when this team stays healthy and then you add Boogie Cousins, it's lights out.
We saw Steve Kerr ringing this bell last year.
Yeah.
Calling back his days with the Bulls where they got tired of each other and they ran out of gas after 3 years. He is very concerned about this. I would argue that his most important opponent this whole year, the way he sees it, is not the Rockets, is not, the Celtics or whomever comes out of the East, but is that complacency. And I think they're going to change a little bit of their style of play. I think they're going to try to do that from training camp onward so that the guys are involved in getting refreshed a little bit. And I think even if DeMarcus Cousins isn't playing early on, just them being invested in his recovery and his rehab, I think is something that could potentially keep things a little bit new. Now, we'll see. I still think they're going to have the blahs as we go through the season.